Hello, ladies and gentlemen, Captain Shaq here. Welcome aboard the light carrier converted freighter, the Deviant Quasar class rebel vessel that's just jumped into the combat zone. Today, I'm actually really super excited to finally reveal kind of what's been being worked on over on the ARMCO Discord community. If you don't know what the ARMCO Discord community is, by the way, it is the community that myself and Wasted Space run. Am I on the right side of the ship? I think so. I think those are the hangars. All right, hey, we're good, we're fine. It's a community that me and my Wasted Space run that has a ton of sci-fi, yeah, here we go, this is the one we're in. Sci-fi gamers that play all kinds of stuff, but what's new is that over in the Modders Mess over there, and I'll put a link in the description down below, there is a collection of mods coming out for what's going to end up being, if everything goes as planned, a Star Wars Space Engineer survival mod pack, meaning that you're gonna be able to play in survival in kind of like a Star Wars universe, right? And this is the first mod pack, the first kit that's been released. This one's been released by Spacebar, and it is a A-Wing mod pack. So we got A-Wing weapons, the wings, we've even got some logos now that you can use and put on any block you want. That, of course, is the ARMCO symbol on the back there. But this is the beginning of phase one is what we're calling it. So what is it? So in phase one, we're going to be getting out the A-Wing, X-Wing, and Y-Wing with individual modded blocks that you can use to build any kind of ship you want, but they're going to be made to make these look a little bit better and feel a little bit more like the Star Wars community. Let's go ahead and take this A-Wing for a spin, and we can actually talk about some of the objects that have been added for this particular kit. But for phase one, it's going to be the X-Wing, the A-Wing, which is the A-Wing's already done, and the Y-Wing. The Y-Wing is just about done. For the Empire, go ahead and open up the bay doors here. For the Empire, we're getting the TIE Fighter, TIE Bomber, and TIE Interceptor. And the fun part about this, we're also gonna be going with a couple of Corvettes, right? So I think we're gonna end up doing, and I gotta talk to Blinky about this a bit more, but I think it's going to be the, our Quintons is gonna be out there, and the, what was the other one? Our Quintons for the Empire, and the, let me see, I've actually got the message, because we were just talking about this on the Discord this morning. Let's see, the Blockade Runner, right. So the Arquintons and the Blockade Runner for the two factions, and then we're gonna have one freighter each, so probably like the YT-1300 and maybe the Imperial Gazanti. We'll jump on inside here for the first one. It looks so good. I love these engines, by the way, and we're still tuning everything. So the reason this came about is that, yes, we have a lot of these builds already. Look at that interior. We have a lot of these builds already. Let's go ahead and turn the main engines on, so we'll launch. And launching. And yes, that is a thing. We'll talk about that in just a second over at the corner. But one of the things that started this was every time we've tried to do some kind of cool build or survival mode, and we try to use things like the Star Wars weapon pack, or we use the mods and the builds that are already out there, the problem is balance, right? The Star Wars weapons in the weapon pack are all over there for balance. They just don't have it. Let's go ahead and cut underneath here. Whee! Yeah, those engines are super maneuverable. They have been nerfed since yesterday. There was a patch about 5 minutes ago by Spacebar to balance them out and to add new weapon sounds that coincide with Return of the Jedi when they're fighting against the Superstar Destroyer. So he's got that. So the nice thing about doing this pack and all working together is that we're gonna be able to balance these modules to each other. So turrets will be as accurate as we need them to be, but yet still kind of fit within the Star Wars universe. Weapons like the weapons on the A-Wing will be powerful, but maybe not as powerful as like the weapons on an X-Wing. The Y-Wings will have their balance, so you're gonna wanna use them against capital ships. Let's turn inertial dampers on so I stop sliding all over the place. So we're gonna be able to balance all of these out. Now what's even cooler is that Lucas, the guy who made my favorite PvE mod, the Corruption mod, has decided to help us out. He's jumping in too. So we're getting all of these builds done and balanced up so he can use them with his scripts to actually have like Imperial battle groups spawn in and maybe have probe droids find your base, and then you know the Empire is coming, so either you're going to evacuate or you're going to try to fight what comes, and an Imperial battle group shows up. Things that'll spawn that we kind of see in the Corruption mod, which he has made, that I've used a lot for the Sunday streams. Let's go ahead and fly around this thing. Is going to show up in some form for our little Star Wars universe here. And where it is, Keen has been working on multiplayer upgrades. Maybe we'll see larger player servers. We can get more people playing at one time. But the real idea is maybe a cooperative PvE experience, at least at the get-go, where Imperial ships will kind of spawn into the universe, or maybe Rebel ships, or maybe a mix of both. And the player will have to decide how to handle that. So you can have like TIE fighter battle groups. The TIE fighter, which is almost done. And what's cool about that one is it's not going to be using the small blocks like you see here on this A-wing. It's going to have all custom blocks. So it'll have a little bit less stress on the server. So maybe we can have a bunch of them flying around with Lucas's script. So they're actually like dogfighting a little bit and engaging you and fighting against whatever your builds are as you travel from point to point. Now I want to talk to the guys about things like new fuel systems, because honestly, hydrogen for a kind of a Star Wars universe isn't really going to work. So we're going to need some kind of new fuel. And a lot of these builds do use some form of what is considered in the game hydrogen thrust now. So maybe we'll have new mining mechanics. There's a lot of mechanics in my head that I'd love to see. Right now we're working through some of the basics, like how are we going to get X-Wings to work with opening wings without having rotors in there that could explode, especially if like NPCs are flying them. So those are things that we're still working through, but this is out on the workshop right now. And yes, we can't have an A-Wing and a Super Star Destroyer without making a run at it. And we're gonna give this a go. Now, for the blocks that actually come in this, let's actually talk about this mod since I've been rambling for so long now. Let's go into the A-Wing kit, and you can see every block that's here. So you've got these small sublight thrusters. These are still being rebalanced. They've most recently been nerfed today. They're probably going to get rebalanced, especially as we start putting in turrets. We figure out what, like, okay, on a Gazanti or an Arquintans or even a Star Destroyer, what's the fire rate going to be like? How accurate are they going to be? How maneuverable can an A-Wing be versus a Y-Wing and its engine pods? Not saying you can't build anything you want out of these. That's kind of the fun, right? Like salvaging an A-Wing engine and using it for your own personal build in Space Engineers while you're coming with custom designs. Go for it. But here's what the pack so far comes with. You've got your sublight engines, you've got your different badges, of course your Rebel Alliance badge, the Blinky badge, and then the ARMCO small badge. Now if you guys are interested, we can talk to Spacebar about maybe doing like a quick little write-up guide on how to make your own custom one. So if you want your own faction in there, maybe your own squadron logo, like we've got the ARMCO logo, then if he's willing to do that, I will definitely do a video on that so you guys can see how to make your own. So we got your A-Wing foils, and then you've got your laser cannons, which is the first weapon that we've managed to come out with so far. But the laser cannon, very simple. It is just, oh, I like how he's done this. It is just the barrel section, and the rest gets tied into whatever your build is, right? So in this build, it's using cargo containers that are routed through, what has he got here? Is it just energy? I guess it's routing currently into a hydrogen thruster? Not sure if that's actually piped. Oh, no, yeah, it's piped. But yeah, that's how he's got it set up. Kind of cool. Not sure what is this back object back here? He's got this as a, let's see, weapons and tools. No, character tools. What are you? You are a, I don't know what that is. Let me grab the grinder. That's why we can't have nice things. Oh, I guess it's part of the sublight engine? No, it's not. Oh, it's a rotor part. Oh, it's a rotor part. Okay, cool. Can I fix it? Now I've broken it. But yeah, so that's one of the blocks, and then you've got all of the wings for your foils on here, and then your A-Wing style cockpit. The cockpit itself, there's a few in-jokes in there, which I'm really happy that they did. We can jump in and take a look. Inside, you've got, it's kind of hard to see. Let me turn around so we can get some more light in here with the sun. But there's like I don't know if he should keep that on there because it's like the bridge of a Star Destroyer on the heads-up display, but what else would you really put on there? I love the ARMCO coffee cup. Oh, it cracks me up. But you can tell, it's got the custom A-Wing cockpit. This was made custom. And then just ignore that down there. You've got another ARMCO logo down there, and then they put a picture of me in there. Raisins. I don't know why. Weapon systems. You can hear the blasts. They're not super loud like the Star Wars weapon pack. They might be even a little low. But when you're in a big battle with a lot of fire going off, you're probably going to be pretty happy with it being a little lower. This, of course, is all still being balanced. This is just the newest version that came out. These weapon sounds weren't even in here as of earlier this morning. So, and we're going to be able to, I love it, we're going to be able to balance the weapons fire. So on the A-Wing, maybe we'll fire really fast like they do in the movie, but they're not going to be nearly as powerful as, the KX-9s on an X-Wing, firing off like crazy. We're trying to figure out how to make the wings open and close and still have the weapons work on an X-Wing. If you are a scripter or know a lot about Space Engineer modding, head on over if you're willing to. Head on over to the Modder's Mess and share your knowledge, or help out if you want to join in and build one of these, the mods that we need to get this project really moving. Please come on over and give it a try. All right, guys. It's a fairly simple build. It's a pretty cool mod. It is up on the workshop. The beginnings of Phase 1. These are going to come out as kits. Spacebar said he's going to release them as he makes them. And then we're going to package them all together, including what everybody else is working on, like Blinky making a lot of the models for us, a lot of the other builds for us, and you make one big, awesome pack that you can just, boom, one click, install, you're good to go. You can start playing in the Star Wars universe. Maybe even get some scenarios going. That would be really cool. You know, custom survival scenarios or objective-based scenarios once the mods are made. I really want to see what the community can do with this. So it's a big project. It's getting bigger and bigger. If you're interested in joining in with it, head on over to the Modders Mess. If you're just looking to play it, jump on in, give this a test, become one of the testers, and let us know on the Steam page, you know, how the balance feels to you, especially as we get the rest of Phase 1 done, because we're gonna use that to start balancing. But here we go. Let's see if we can make our run all the way to the bridge. Oh, they're not firing at us. They're not firing at us because I made the save before they, oh God! There's so much thrust, forward thrust, and there's so little turning. All right, now we're in, oh yeah, by the way, this cockpit is totally colorable. So in the other one, it was a far different color, but now you can see. The coffee cup even changes color. Oh, that's funny. All right, we're gonna make our attack run. First, let me change the settings on the Star Destroyer. Mistakes were made. I'll stop. Yeah, we're gonna have to rebalance the thrust. This thing does not stop worth a damn. Or maybe it shouldn't. Maybe the braking thrust should be like its big weakness. Like one of the things that I'd love to see us do is to balance things out. Like say Y-Wings are gonna have the big bombing payloads, right? Well, we get the Y-Wing torpedo launcher of some kind in there. We give it a lot of mass. So when you attach that to any ship, what is that? Oh, that's a piece of that, yeah, that's a piece of that, switch this over to pirate, yes. Open fire! That's a part of my A-Wing. I don't know if I'm gonna be able to fly through this. This might be a bit much. And this is also one of the test beds, so you can find this Super Star Destroyer over on the workshop. We did not make this. But what I was thinking is this is the perfect way to test out the balance of accuracy for turrets. We've got vanilla turrets on there right now, and we can feel kind of how accurate they are versus the maneuverability of the A-Wing, which is gonna be the most maneuverable Star Wars fighter, right? So we load this down with the weapons that we are testing. We put a certain number that seems legitimate on there, and then we see if we could make it to the bridge of the Super Star Destroyer and how accurate they are against each other. Where do we park? We parked over there. All right, we'll do a little teleport action to give this a go. So we're zooming in over to the A-Wing. This is Blinky's swanky one. Let's jump on in here. He built all of these A-Wings, by the way. And then Spacebar made the models for the mod itself. All right, let's begin our attack run. We're gonna go down the whole length of it. But I thought this was one of the many ways that we can test this out. Now there are other fun scripts out there that we wanna mess around with. Like imagine the command script, right? Turning Space Engineers into like an RTS almost with all of the Star Wars units that you can produce in this and then fighting against something. So if you're only playing single player, you can use the script in multiplayer as well. Jumping in and saying, okay, I want all my Y-Wings to attack, and actually being able to use like an LCD to command your troops. If you haven't seen the mod I'm talking about, I highly recommend you check it out. It turns Space Engineers into a strategy game. All right, sipping on my coffee here. All right, let's make our attack run. All right, bottom thrust, bottom throw. Oh, good grief, that's immediate fire coming in. Here comes the rockets. Don't get hit by the rockets. Don't let the cockpit get hit. Holy shit. We still got main thrust, And it's too late. Oh, come on, come on. Oh, they hit me. They hit me with a rocket just as I got close. All right, let me hide. Let me hide out of the firing range of those turrets. Did I hit it? I hit, but I didn't hit the bridge. They threw me off course with one of the impacts. Oh, come on. All right, we're trying it again. We're totally trying it again. I have another one of these, right? Yeah, you got one. Copy pasta. Oh no, I'm flying off into space. That's no good. Whoa, spectator camp's way too hot. And I'm gonna attempt another attack run. Oh, come on, inertial dampeners, do your job. Get aboard the A-Wing. All right, full acceleration. This time we'll do it in third person. That way I can actually see the rounds coming in. The real problem is they'll knock the cockpit out, right? So, If this was the older version with the ridiculous levels of thrust, I would be able to bullseye this thing in no time. So I'm already kind of trying to evade. We're 3 kilometers out. Alright. We're gonna run. No, I need to dodge. I can't get that close to the hull. And sadly, you can't really do like the whole trench run in this particular build because it's not big enough. And I haven't seen a Star Destroyer that's large enough, like to scale almost. All right, here we go, here we go. Got some fire coming in, taking a little bit of rounds, as long as we dodge the rockets. Oh yeah, we dodged those, sure. Oh no! Dodge, dodge. Oh no! Oh! We might have too many, we might have too many. Or we need another gyro. She does seem a little sluggish. Let's move a little bit closer. We don't need that much of a run up. We were at max speed in almost no time. There we go. Yeah, Merchant Lampeter's on the line, please. The turrets throw my body every time, so it throws me away from where I'm trying to spawn in. Let's give it another go. This time we'll go close to the deck, so only one side of the turrets can actually fire at me. Here we go. Here we go. I love this cockpit so much. Also try to keep it simple, right? That's what I think one of the things that the mod authors are trying to do is to keep it simple so that the lower end PCs, especially when there's a lot going on. Oh, oh, shit! Oh, he just had this on a rotor to get that angle. That did not work out. We just got hit right in the face. I gotta come in to the side this time. No. Oh, jeez. It's the Gatling cannon supposed to wreck you. Change course. All right, we're bullseyeing it. We're just gonna right for it. Come on. No, you threw me off course. Change course. No! Oh, shit. It's fine. It'll buff out. Oh no, we have no engines left. Yeah, there she goes. All right, ladies and gentlemen, if you enjoyed the video, hit the thumbs up button, subscribe to the channel for more sci-fi modding gaming goodness. Head on over to the Discord if you want to join in on the modding, if you have the tools and the talent. If not, head on over to the Steam page and download the mod and give it a go. The early days. I can't wait to look back on this particular video and be like, man, do you remember when it first started? And now there's like stupid amount of mods in this pack. It's gonna be amazing. All right, guys, I will see you in the next one. Later, everybody.